Welcome back to the mathematics session. In this mathematics class, I am going to discuss with you inter first year, that is 1A. In that, the chapter is trigonometric ratios up to transformations. In that, we will be discussing the problems in exercise 6A. Right. Before going into the exercise problems, I would like to suggest that please go through the formulae, because the formulae of the trigonometry are the backbone of any doing the problems, isn't it? So there are so many formulas. We have come across these formulas starting the basics in the 10th class. Okay, from those two up to the inter first year, please go through the formulae which are in the key concepts in the at the end of the chapter. Okay, because without the formulae, we cannot solve the problems. So, by heart the formulae, learn, understand them. Okay, so let's get started with the exercise 6A. In the first section, I have noted down the problems here. See here, convert the following into the simplest form. The first one is tan theta minus 14 pi. So here, in this, I'll remove minus outside. If I take minus outside, here it comes tan minus of 14 pi minus theta, right. Now this comes to minus tan 14 pi minus theta, right. Now tan of minus theta is equal to minus tan theta, that is the formula. Okay, here now 14 pi I can reduce as 7 pi into 7 into 2 pi minus theta, isn't it? Likewise. Okay, here we can apply the formula of tan of n into 2 pi minus theta. So this comes to minus of here minus tan theta, right, minus tan theta, because the formula is tan of n into 2 pi minus theta equals to minus tan theta. Remember, for tan and sine only we get minus. The rest others we get the plus. Okay. So minus into minus, this comes to plus. So simply plus tan theta is the final answer. So next problem, cosecant phi pi plus theta. The same way, cosecant, we will reduce this into 2 pi plus 3 pi plus theta. I can form it as 5 pi as 2 pi plus 3 pi. Now here, this I can write it as cosecant. Now if you take this as 1, okay, so 2 pi plus 3 pi plus theta. So this is 2 pi plus theta. So cosecant of 2 pi plus theta is simply cosecant 3 pi plus theta. Okay, here. Now that is equal to cosecant, it as here again I can write it as 2 pi plus theta. Okay, so this comes to 2 pi plus theta again. This is here, we can keep it a square bracket here. So this is nothing but cosecant of pi plus theta. So that is simply cosecant theta. This is the final answer. We have done 5 pi into 2 pi plus 3 pi, again we got this 3 pi 2 pi plus pi, again we got this, and pi plus theta is nothing but just cosecant theta. Now coming to the second problem, here we can dissolve this 21 pi by 2 like 10 pi plus pi by 2. Okay, so the LCM form, so this becomes 21 pi. So I have resolved it like this, minus theta. Right. So this we can keep it in bracket. Right. So this becomes n pi plus this all becomes the theta. Okay. So that means this is nothing but cot of pi by 2 minus theta. Right. Now cot pi is nothing but the tan, because 90 degrees we have to, cot function comes to tan function. So that is tan theta is the final answer. Now coming to the fourth one, we can write this as secant 2 pi plus 2 pi minus theta. So this comes to secant of, you can keep this as square bracket also. So this comes 2 pi plus theta, so that is 2 pi minus theta. Again this comes to secant theta. So likewise we can easily find out. Please pause the video and note it down. Let's see the next problem. There is a minus here because this is pi plus theta. So pi plus theta comes into the third quadrant. Third quadrant cosecant is negative. So please add this minus. Right? Pause it. Find the value of the following. Here sine of minus 405. We know that sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So we'll write minus sine of 405 degrees. Okay. So, and 405 I can write it as minus sine of 360 plus 45 degrees. 360 degrees plus 45. Okay. So 360 plus 45 comes to the first quadrant. First quadrant sine is positive. So minus sine of 45 degrees. So this comes to minus of 1 by root 2. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So the second problem, we will split 7 pi into two parts, like here 4 pi minus pi by 2. Okay, first we'll write cos of minus theta is just cos theta. So cos 7 pi by 2 first we'll write. Okay, the minus has been removed, and this 7 pi I'll split it into 4 pi minus pi by 2 here, and this we'll write it as again 4 pi I'll split it as 2 pi plus 2 pi minus pi by 2. Okay, here. So cos of 2 pi plus theta. So cos of 2 pi plus theta comes to the first quadrant. So that so positive. So 2 pi minus pi by 2. You can write this in the small bracket also. So this comes. Okay. Now again cos 2 pi minus pi by 2, that is in the fourth quadrant. Cos is positive. So cos of pi by 2. So cos of pi by 2 is cos 90 degrees, that is 0. Cos 90 sine 0, that is 0. Now secant, third problem. Secant, we will split 2100 into the multiples of 360. If I take secant 5 into 360, that comes to 1800 plus 300. So I can split it like this. So this comes to n pi, n into 2 pi plus 300. So that is secant 300. Right. And secant 300 we can write it as secant 360 minus 60 degrees. Okay. So 360 minus 60 in the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant secant is positive. So secant 60 degrees. Secant 60 degrees is the value 2. Okay. And the fourth problem, cot of minus theta is minus cot theta. Minus cot theta here is 315. We will write 315 in the form of 360 minus 45. Okay, here. And this comes to minus cot 360 is again cot only 45. 360 minus is in the fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant cot is negative. So here already negative and negative. Cot 45 degrees. So this comes to plus cot 45. So cot 45 is 1. So 1. Please pause the video and note it down. Let's see the third problem. Evaluate in that the first bit cos square 45, cos square 135, cos square 225, cos square 315. All are cos functions. Here we will write this as cos square 45 degrees. Right. Now cos 135 degrees I can write it as cos square 90 plus 45 degrees. 90 degrees plus 45 degrees we can write. Here cos square 225. So this comes to, if you take 180 plus 45, so that comes to 225 plus cos square 360 minus 45. Yes. So 180 plus 45, 360 minus 45. Now here we can write it as cos square 45 degrees plus cos square. Here if you take now cos 90 plus 45, cos 90 means it comes to sine function here. sine function, here square is there, sine 45 degrees, and the symbol sign what we have to keep 90 plus. So in the second quadrant sine is positive, so cos is negative, so this comes to minus. So here we get whole square, so the minus will vanish off. Here we have whole square. Okay, now cos 180, again cos only, 180 plus 45 in the third quadrant. So third quadrant cos is negative, so we'll take minus sine, cos 45 degrees, whole square is also there, and cos 60 degrees is 360 is cos 360 minus 45, that is in the fourth quadrant. So fourth quadrant cos is positive. Okay, we have to remember the formulas, all the quadrant system, all silver teacups. Okay, with that, without the formulas we cannot. Right, here now we will substitute the values. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2 whole square, here minus 1 by root 2 whole square, again minus 1 upon root 2 whole square plus 1 by root 2 whole square. So this comes to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. If you take the LCM, 4 upon 2, that is just 2 is the answer. Pause the video and note it down. Let's see the next one. The third problem, evaluate sine square 2 pi by 3 cos square 5 pi by 6 minus tan square 3 pi by 4. Okay, let's start this. Here if you see, we will split this 2 pi by 3 as pi minus pi by 3. Okay, I can write like this. So that is 2 pi by 3 plus again cos square pi minus pi by 6. So I can split 5 pi by 6 likewise, minus tan square pi minus pi by 4. Okay, here. Right, and also squares are also there. Now here we will start. See, pi minus pi by 3, that comes to the second quadrant. Okay, in the second quadrant sine function is positive, so here sine square just pi by 3. Okay, plus cos square pi minus pi by 6. In the second quadrant cos is negative, so we'll write here negative pi by 6 whole square is there, and tan is also negative in the second quadrant, so tan pi by 4 whole square. Right, now here sine square pi by 3 is 60, sine square 60, sine 60 is root 3 by 2 whole square. Right, minus cos 30 whole square, that is minus root 3 by 2 whole square, minus here, and minus tan 45 degrees, tan 45 is, so minus 1 whole square, 1, tan 45 is 1. So here this comes to 3 by 4 plus, so minus, so 3 by 4 minus 1 whole square is plus 1. So if you take the LCM, 3 plus 3 minus 4 upon 4, so 2 by so 6 minus 2 by 4, that is 1 by 2. Right, okay, please pause the video and note it down. See the third bit, cos 225 degrees minus sine 225 tan 495 minus cot 495. So we'll write this as cos of 270 minus 45. So that comes to 225. So minus sine of, again we'll write 270 minus 45. Okay, plus tan of 495 is 360. Okay, so tan of 360 plus 135 degrees. So let's first split like this. Okay, minus cot again 360 plus 135 degrees. Okay, in the first step. Now we will start here. Cos 275 minus 45, that means it lies in the third quadrant. Third quadrant cos is negative. So, and cos of 275 is sine. So, minus sine 45 degrees we get. Minus sine 275 minus 45, again we get it in the third quadrant. Third quadrant sine is negative. So, minus Sine 270 changes to cos 45. So minus cos 45, because in the third quadrant tan and cot are only positive, plus, and tan 360 is again tan only, 360 plus 135, 360 after one revolution, so that is just 135, and minus cot 360 is cot plus only 135. Now here we can write it as minus 1 by root 2, minus minus plus 1 by root 2, okay, plus tan 135, I can write it as 90 plus 45 degrees. Again we can split it here, minus the same way, 90 plus 45 degrees, we can write like this. So here these two gets cancelled. We have tan 90 changes again cot 45. Which sign we have to keep? 90 plus. So the second quadrant tan is negative. So while deciding the symbol, that is sine, we have to see the original function. For tan we have to see, not for the cot. Okay, the original function, in which quadrant it lies, for that it is negative or positive, we have to see the all silver teacup. So minus 45, cot 45 minus, and cot 90 means tan. Okay, tan 90 plus 45, second quadrant cot is negative, so minus tan 45 degrees. Okay, here again minus we have, so minus cot 45 degrees, minus plus tan 45 degrees. So tan 45, cot 45 are 1, so minus 1 plus 1, this comes to 0. 0 is the final answer. Please pause the video and note it down. Fourth bit, evaluate cos theta. So theta is 7 pi by 4 here. We'll substitute it here. So cos of, in place of theta, 7 pi by 4 minus sine of 7 pi upon 4. Okay, here we will split 7 pi by 4 as cos of, we'll take it as 2 pi minus pi by 4. So that comes to 8 pi minus pi, that is 7 pi by 4, minus sine of the same thing, 2 pi minus pi by 4. So we have the formula 2 pi minus. So cos of 2 pi minus means that comes to the fourth quadrant. Okay, in fourth quadrant cos is positive only. So cos pi by 4 minus here, and but the sine is negative. Okay, sine function is negative in the fourth quadrant because cos and secant are positive. So this comes to minus sine of pi by 4, right? So that is cos pi by 4 plus sine pi by 4. So we'll write the values. So this is cos 45 degrees is 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. If you take the LCM, this comes to 2 by root 2. If you cancel it off, you get just root 2. Okay, so this is the value of this. This is only A bit. There is also a B bit also. So I'll tell you the B bit. In the same fourth part, theta is equal to 11 pi by 3. If theta is equal to 11 pi by 3, we have to find cos function and sine function. Let's find. So cos 11 pi by 3 here minus sine 11 pi by 3. So let me write this as 11 pi here, we can write it as cos 4 pi minus pi by 3. Okay, this comes to 12 pi minus pi. So I can write it like this. The same way here also. So I'll write it down, minus sine of 4 pi minus pi by 3. So this we can write it as, again we can split 4 pi into 2 pi into 2 pi. Okay, so 2 pi plus 2 pi minus pi by 3, you can write it as this. You can keep it in this, minus sine of the same way 2 pi plus 2 pi minus pi by 3. Yes, here. So cos of 2 pi plus. So that comes to the, see here 2 pi means 1 revolution plus, so that comes to cos is positive only here, 2 pi minus pi by 3, this one minus, even sine function is positive, so sine of 2 pi minus pi by 3, right. Again we will take again 2 pi, minus means it comes in the fourth quadrant. This is in the fourth quadrant, cos function is positive, so cos pi by 3, and in the fourth quadrant sine function is negative only, so it comes to minus sine pi by 3. This also lies in the fourth quadrant, right. Now here minus minus, that comes to plus, so this is cos of pi by 3 plus sine of pi upon 3. So that is 60, cos 60 and sine 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2 plus sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So this, if you take LCM, root 3 plus 1 by 2 is the final value. Okay, please pause the video and please make a note here. With this we will end the class, and I will be dealing with the next problems in our next session. Okay, but before doing this, you need to practice the formula. Okay, the formula of trigonometry is a backbone for solving all the problems. Okay, please make a note. Let's see in the next class. Thank you all.